across the south coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 1 o'clock. I'm Toby Chapman and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. We begin with the big news this hour that Erik ten Hag has been fired as Manchester United manager. The Dutchman's tenure at Old Trafford ends 2.5 years after taking the role from interim manager Ralf Rangnick. Ten Hag's final game was Saturday's 2-1 defeat by West Ham that left the club 14th in the Premier League with just 3 wins from their opening 9 matches. Former assistant coach Ruud van Nistelrooy will take interim charge. I have sports journalist Tom Wilkinson in the studio with me. Tom, can you talk to us through his time at United?
Yeah, Erik ten Hag arrived at the start of the 2022-23 season and initially everything was pretty good, but you can almost pinpoint the moment where it started to collapse. That 7-0 loss at Anfield in March of 2023 began this period of pantomime. Really, Ten Hag falling out with Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, continual embarrassing defeats, financial recklessness in the transfer window. And he was convincing himself and only himself that everything was okay because they won that League Cup and then went on to win the FA Cup at the end of last season. But you finished 8th. You're 14th right now. For Manchester United, that is unacceptable.
So is there any immediate idea of who could take the helm at United?
It's tricky. They could go down the same route they did with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer by keeping the interim boss at the moment, Ruud van Nistelrooy. The pool of potential managers is quite small. You've got Gareth Southgate, Xavi Hernandez, Graham Potter, maybe even Zinedine Zidane, who knows, but they need another rebuild and they need a manager that's got the reputation of being able to do that job.
Thank you, Tom. It's interesting to see where this story will go. To the Saints now. Despite this weekend's 1-0 defeat to champions Manchester City, manager Pep Guardiola saw positives in their performance.
They make a movement to create a space to link to the striker, and they put over players on outside to bring you there, and it's not easy. But saying that, we create enough chances to win better. I think when the people say no, in the Premier League every team can beat everyone, yeah, that is the truth. Every game is a battle. It's so difficult.
Southampton's manager Russell Martin believes it's a big week for his side, as his side are involved in 2 matches.
I think, it's the most important game we've had this season. We need to try and win, get to a quarter-final of a cup, and we need to build on today. And we'll play the strongest team available to us in terms of fitness and readiness. It's a big, big game for us. Definitely won't be 11 changes. There will be some, I think, such as the nature of it, and we have 2 big games after that, but this is the most important one, so we'll play the team that we feel is the most ready to win.
Their EFL Cup match against Stoke City tomorrow night is followed by a trip to Wolverhampton to take on Wolves in the Premier League. To the Formula 1 now, where the battle between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen continued. After last weekend's penalty in Austin, Verstappen's driving was again penalised this weekend in Mexico. 2 10-second penalties saw the Red Bull driver finish 6th, 4 places below Norris, who finished 2nd behind race winner Carlos Sainz. To the rugby, where Rob Baxter's Exeter Chiefs failed to end their winless drought. Exeter were outmatched by Harlequins 19-36, leaving them 2nd from the bottom in the Gallagher Premiership, with much to ponder during the autumn international break. That's all from us this hour, and I'll be back at 2 o'clock. So a final reminder that on the hour, Erik ten Hag has been fired as Manchester United manager. The Dutchman tenure has ended after 2.5 years in charge. Interim boss Ruud van Nistelrooy will take charge.